This episode brought to you by Gold, but not too much.
Hey everybody, we are watching I'm Gonna Get You, Sucka, and you are listening to Miscast Commentary.
You're listening to Miscast Commentary, where two guys have seen way too many movies and have way too much time on their hands.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Now here's your hosts, Joe Findlay and Todd Murray.
Hey everybody, welcome to Miscast Commentary. I'm Joe Findlay.
I'm Todd Tebow, the Sailor Murray.
And we have one of the iconic spoof movies for us anyways.
I think so.
Yeah, for my money, it is as good as it gets. I love this movie.
Me too.
Keenan, Ivory, Wayans at his best, and it was at his first. So I mean, it's
Is
not
this before Living Color?
Yes,
it is
by like 6 years.
Wow.
So it was. Yeah, but we will get to that.
Yes, we will.
We'll get to a lot of things shortly after we press play.
Pressing play now. MGM.
I was testing this earlier, and Abby came in the room, and it was really loud, and then she's like, I came to get my kitty. She's got a stuffed kitty, and then the lion roared behind her. I'm like, there's your kitty. Because
Take your cat.
I'm a great
and then
parent.
You put a lit cigarette out on her face.
Well, it wasn't lit, per se. It was smoldering. Like, I had put it out, but it was still hot.
But it was still warm.
Yeah.
United Artists. Are they still going?
No, I don't think so. I don't think anybody is. So
I gotta turn up a little bit. I can't hear the sweet tunes.
Yeah. The music in this is out of this world. Anybody who doesn't know the movie, this is a spoof on all of the old blaxploitation movies like Shaft and the like, which is really interesting because that's all his brothers ended up doing. Like his brothers did Scary Movie, Don't Drink Your Don't Be an Asshole, Drink Your Juice in the Hood.
If that's what if that's what you got to do.
Yeah,
they seem to. Yeah, especially the other Marlon.
Yeah,
seem to do a lot of the. Well, Damon found himself in some other things. But
yes.
Marlon is just like the spoof meister.
Well, Damon had a career before this movie came out. He's the only one. But
what? How did he get? Do you know how did this movie happen? Like, how did the Wayans start?
Well, I mean, the Wayans, a couple of them were comedians, as it was. Keenan and Damon were stand-ups. And Damon found some success in stand-up, and Keenan didn't. But Keenan was writing movies with Robert Townsend. So he wrote
Meteor Man.
Yeah, he didn't write Meteor Man, but of Meteor Man fame, I thought you meant. But he wrote the movies Hollywood Shuffle and The Five Heartbeats with Robert Townsend, Robert Townsend directed those. He also wrote, I guess, I'm assuming through Robert Townsend he made these connections, but he wrote the opening sketch in Eddie Murphy's Raw.
No way.
Yeah. So, and then he got to know Eddie Murphy, and Eddie Murphy's actually the guy who came up with the title, I'm Gonna Get You, Sucka.
No shit.
Yeah, they were talking one day, and he was telling him about this movie, and he's like, it should be called this, and he asked for permission to use it.
What was the opening skit in Raw?
I don't honestly remember.
I can't remember it either. I thought it was just him on the mic in his leather.
No,
was it the red leather or the black leather?
Red leather is Raw, purple is Delirious.
I thought it was black.
Well, he is black.
Oh.
That was where you messed that up.
Oh, he's not purple. Oh, well.
It depends on the quality of your TV.
Yes. I still got my granny's old one.
Yeah. It's like when
Watching
you show
scrambled porn.
It's when you show if a movie with Bill Duke and Wesley Snipes comes on, your TV just shuts off.
Yeah, it doesn't even, it might as well.
Forget it. But yeah, this was Keenan's first role as a director, and he'd done some acting and stuff like that. He had been a bunch of like little roles and stuff like that. He had a couple of like small movie things that he was in and stuff like that. Obviously creator of In Living Color, which is probably the first sketch comedy to be really socially relevant. Like I know that Saturday Night Live was topical in its time and all that,
right,
the president and stuff like that. But this one talked about more stuff
race
than that.
And,
talked about race, and it talked about class and all that kind of stuff.
God, I love that. I should get all those on the DVD. They must have them, right? Yeah, they do.
Oh, I'm sure.
Ah, come on.
He wrote and directed White Chicks.
Who did Keenan?
Keenan. I didn't know that. I thought that was
rules.
I thought, oh, is this?
Look at this fucking King Tut looking motherfucker.
I remember seeing this for the first time and not being able to wrap my head around the idea that the guy just died of having gold chains on. I was like, but you can't, like, it was, the humor was beyond the imagination of a child.
Well, lots of stuff, right?
Yeah.
He looks like the dude, I don't know if it's him or not, but he Arnold breaks his neck in Commando on the plane.
Yeah, it's not him.
He kind of looks like him.
I see where you make that
maybe
connection.
the suit. It's probably the fedora.
Mullet. This is great.
Look at that. Is that the Mercedes-Benz?
Yeah. So here's another great comic. They casted the shit out of this movie.
I always wonder how people, how they, you got to make the connections and then you get your first movie. But I'm like, how the hell did Keenan suddenly is making this awesome movie?
Well, again, he knew most of these people, or he knew people who knew.
Well, because obviously he was writing for people.
Yeah.
He was writing for Eddie. He's writing for.
Yeah. And this is John Witherspoon. Who,
oh my God.
Friday is his biggest credit, but I mean, he's in everything.
Oh, yeah, he's in every goddamn thing.
And
he's the best part of Little Nicky. He's like the only part I liked at all. I was like, man, you just saved this movie.
Yeah, he's so fun. I like this idea, too, of the being pissed off at being, like, the wrong person's funeral. That's the whistle was 9 o'clock.
Nobody wanted to go to that motherfucker's funeral. Look, she's got a fan.
Oh, it's
taking all their flowers back.
I was going to say this is the craziest idea for a movie, but I have something crazier for you. I'm not willing to share it just yet. I've already told Todd twice I'm not willing to share.
Yeah, he's not sharing today with anyone.
No,
he's been very selfish.
I've had this ball that I got today, and I'm not giving it to him to try out.
He wouldn't even let me kiss his wife on the mouth.
No.
Again.
You can kiss her on the vagina, or you can kiss her nowhere.
Oh, there's what's her name from A Different World, right?
Yeah, she also composed A Different World with Bill Cosby.
No.
Yeah,
oh, God.
Yeah, she's...
Did she come out?
Well, this was the different world that she experienced. She was like... Originally, the song was just called Black College.
Right.
And then he met up with her. She met up with
the Jello Man showed up.
Yeah, and then after she woke up, she was like, oh, I feel like I'm in a different world. A world where my asshole is wider than it once was. And that's also Janet Dubois. She is credited as being the composer and singer of Moving On Up, the Jeffersons theme. And theme songs are going to be a big part of today. I would say that these guys are, like, usually the goofy sidekick, the goofy, like, minion kind of guys are always really shitty in movies. I would say that these guys are as funny as it can be, as this role can be.
Oh, I agree.
Damon Wayans and Kadeem Hardison also from A Different World. And Damon Wayans of being a Wayans.
Vampire in Brooklyn.
Actually, that's the only two things I have listed in his thing. But yeah,
I feel like if we were cast in a movie based on like our personalities, we would be these two guys.
Yeah,
we would be this bumbling.
Well, this is what really fucked me up when we did.
Is that
what was the name?
Guys?
What was the name of the musical we did on the boat?
Anything Goes.
Anything Goes. Yeah, we did Anything Goes. And Todd was one of the major roles in it. And I hadn't been doing the plays up to that point. I had been focusing on like tech classes and stuff like that. And then I got into this play, and I was a smaller role. I was one of the gamblers who in the actual play are Chinese or, indiscriminate Asian.
Right.
And so we turned ourselves into Texans. And I was like, I made the most out of that role for like the fact that I was on it for. I was
like in Chris Farley in that skit. You got to just milk the shit out of it.
Well, because that was it was our friend Cody and I we were those roles, and I went up to I
remember that now.
Yeah, we went up to our director, and I was like, at the end, because we lose our clothes. We lose our clothes in a scene to Todd and another character played by a guy named Marcel, whose name I can't believe I remember. But
wow,
right?
Pretty good,
it just kind of happens.
Yeah, that was nice.
But
whatever happened to that guy?
I don't know. He's dead.
Guy was like around for one role.
He's either dead or he's awesome. I don't know.
I think he's the guy who starred in The Last Starfighter.
That wouldn't surprise me.
You think that's him? He just showed up for his like. He accidentally killed a guy on set, and then he had to come do this high school play.
Oh, just stretching his muscles.
It was a movie about redemption and laughter and songs.
But yeah, anyways, so yeah, we just pitched this thing. We're like, we should come out at the end in our underwear then, right? Because we lost all our clothes. And she's like, if you want to. So we did, and then I got a phone number that night.
Oh, so your mom was kicking ass. You did look good. Oh, you did get a phone number.
I did.
Yeah. That's you. It's you every time he comes in. It was on these ladies, pussies be going.
And I can tell you that I blew that opportunity wonderfully.
Hell yes.
Yeah. But
that's what like high school's all about, man. Is blowing opportunities from blowing it.
Right?
Like when that one girl's breast touched me and I blew it. Opportunity knockers.
Well done. I love.
Ooh, girl, she's attractive as hell, eh? What's her name?
Don Lewis?
I don't give a fuck.
I don't know.
Any of them.
I'm not. I find her nose weird. Like she's got like Don Lewis. Like no, it's the.
You're talking the girl from a different world.
Yes.
Oh, here he is back from the war.
He looks. The dumb smile on his face. Anybody who doesn't really know much about him,
I bet he's a really nice guy. Or he's the biggest prick in the world.
But anybody who hasn't seen him, he directed Scary Movie, and he was in the trailer for Amistad 2. But they set it up like it's Titanic, like I'm king of the world. Then he gets whipped in the back. And the best part is, and Todd, I don't know if you remember this, you called it. You racistly said you saw him on a boat and he was like dressed all poor, and you leaned over to me and you're like, Amistad. And then you went back and he got whipped and then he was like, Amistad 2. And you went, oh!
That's terrible when it works out like that.
I know. It was so good. But let's also keep in mind that Amistad was relevant. Like it was recent at the time. So it makes
it's not now? It's not relevant?
No. Slavery was in the past, man.
See,
Let
look
it
at
go.
how cool he looks in his leather jacket. Dude, I'm going to get one of these days I'm going to get a leather jacket.
I'm going to buy you so many patches just to make you sew.
Yeah.
Going to get you a Route 66
like the complete
one
opposite
next to
of no,
Dunkin'
it
Donuts.
should be like sewing and, like one of me like raising baby lambs.
Eagle
things
Scout.
that you don't put on a leather jacket.
Yeah.
I'm going the opposite here.
I left your room just the way you left it. I like though because he was an adult when he went to the army. I'm assuming, so that's how he left it as an adult.
He's like, you can hear all the flies like festering around and like.
Oh, there was Black Panther on the back.
Oh yeah, she is hot, dude. You don't like her nose? What's wrong?
No,
with
it's
you?
the length of it. I feel like
that's a punchable nose right there.
I feel like somebody's photoshopped her face and stretched it just in that little middle part. Like she has very attractive qualities, but that makes her seem kind of mannish to me.
I like that.
All right, well,
I like a black and sassy and mannish.
I like a lady who's a man.
Oh yeah.
Man. She actually has done quite a bit of voice work and stuff like that. She's done like extra voices in The Simpsons and
she has?
Yeah, Rick and Morty and all these kind of things. She's all over the place. What else did they say about her? Oh, she was also in Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
This is their brother sister.
No, she married his brother.
Oh,
and
that's
he's the
Junebug's.
Yes. Wife.
Widow. That's the word I was looking for. Was widow.
Oh, this is the best.
Started wearing gold.
I like because they let go. First there was the drugs and all that. And he's like, then he started wearing gold. Oh my god, it's so
you can't even handle it. He's like, I'm gonna throw up.
I was reading reviews on this today, and like there was a very clear line that people drew in the sand on how ridiculous this was allowed to be, and so many people thought it was just. I would say it was almost 70% of the people were like, it was just perfectly witty and whatever, and then the other 30% was like, yeah, it was witty, but he just beat everything over the head and I couldn't stand it. So it was like one of those things where it's like you do something while it's funny until it's not funny, and then continue to do it till it's funny again.
Right.
And this is kind of what they were all about. Like a lot of recurring jokes in this. The how did they go to the bathroom line just came up.
I like that shit. I don't think it was too over at all.
No, neither do I. I mean, this was right around the time. This came out at the same time as Naked Gun. So if you can handle Naked Gun, you should be able to handle this. And I mean, Zuckers in general. So like Hot Shots.
They really don't make him like this anymore.
No, they don't.
Just jokes. Every page has got like a shit ton of jokes.
Boom.
Like.
And Keenan wrote this thing. There's not like
Where
13
is he at
names
now?
on it.
I know Damon's on.
Not a lot of anything. Damon's on Lethal Weapon.
Which is actually not that bad.
I saw
an episode.
I can't do it, and the thing was, when I heard he was cast in it, I'm like, he's actually a great choice for a guy. And then I saw the other guy, and I'm like, I don't even know who you are. Yeah, and I just was like, nobody's got a mustache, and honestly, I think the mustache just turned me off. I was just like, I can't do it, right?
That's the first time I heard that come from you.
I know. Well, usually I'm first guy on the mustache ride.
You're the mustache ride champion, rodeo king.
Yes.
Puts on his clown makeup and his assless chaps, and he goes a riding.
I stay on for the required 8 seconds, and the 8 seconds is all it takes. Double win. But like these suits, well, it's not so much his suit. He actually reminds me a lot of the guy from one of the same characters from Weekend at Bernie's 2.
Oh my God, yes, yeah. There he is, Mr. Big.
John Vernon. He has a lot of voiceover experience too. He was the voice of Tony Stark and Iron Man in the original 1960s Iron Man thing. He played a character...
Iron Man thing?
Well, the Iron Man animated series. He also had a role in Batman, the animated series. And he in a different series.
Wait a second. He's...
I can't remember.
I've just watched a shit ton of episodes.
I don't know. And then he also played General Ross in the 1996 Incredible Hulk series. So...
Mr. B. He's always this guy, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, he's also this guy in Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
He is this guy from Killer Clowns.
It's like the same role.
And all of this was shot within about a year of each other. And also, Ernest Goes to Camp.
Oh, yeah.
The same role. Well, I mean, not quite the same role, but the rich guy role.
It's a small world when you watch the same movies over and over again your whole life.
Yeah,
the connections that come up are just so shocking.
When we watch movies from 1985 to 1988, you can really tie it all together.
All the time. Yeah. Oh, that's how I go upstairs.
Yeah. You roll up.
You throw me down the stairs and then put it in reverse. That's how I show up.
Yeah. I'm embarrassed that I had to yell at my dog on the podcast.
I was like, the fuck you did?
Well, she's chewing one of my son's toys.
They're about to fight down there. They're chewing on an extension cord again.
Yeah, it's fine. That part doesn't bother me. Janet Dubois, who was also known for being on Good Times.
Yeah.
So this actually, she also played in the Wayans, I think it was the Wayans Brothers show. She was the grandmother in the Wayans Brothers. So like they must have known her. He is... Like, this is the perfect role for him because he's just got that innocent little boy smile.
A goofy, naive, I'll tell you, it's like he's either the worst human being you've ever met or the nicest guy ever.
Yeah. All accounts are that he's super nice. And I think he just had to learn how to be an accommodating human being. He's the second of 10 brothers and sisters. Right?
Yeah, there is a lot of Wayanses out there.
Mm-hmm. That picture... I'm only just seeing her as an adult for the first time in this. Usually, I look at that and it looks like she's standing up and he's knelt down next to her, meaning she's like 5.
Right.
And then she was like, we was very much in love once. I'm like, what? I'm like, it was a different time, I guess.
Sure was. When 7-year-old brides were the common.
Oh my God. Well, it was, I figure if you were alive when Jerry Lee Lewis was alive. Or when he was doing his thing, then you're allowed. You're like, hey, he can do it. He can do it, and he's a celebrity, and nobody seems to give a shit.
That's right.
So,
well, no, that's the only reason they don't give a shit is when you are a celebrity.
Yeah, that's fair enough. He looks though. See, the nice thing about him too, he also I buy him as a military guy. Like he's a big
the Glimmer
dude.
Man.
He's got big. Yeah. Oh my God, Glimmer Man. I felt so bad for him.
He's gonna go kick some. He's gonna go knock on some doors. He's going to find Slade.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I love the idea. I want that song that when he's walking the street. John Slade. This movie is full of people who lived in black competition. This is another great idea. See, this movie has a lot of relevance today over anything else too, right?
It just seemed like they had a sense of humor about their own culture. You
Absolutely.
know what I mean? Like, look at the black guys running with the TVs, and this is an event at Jack in a car.
I always thought that.
You know what I mean? It's just like hood jokes. Making fun of living in the hood and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is the life we lived, and it would be funny if. Whatever. I always thought that this was Larry B. Scott from Married with Children, I was going to say for some fucking reason. But Revenge of the Nerds and all this stuff. I love how stripped down it is.
Buddy had the one dude was wearing like a bathing cap as his cool hat, maybe he just had his Jerry curls done.
Usually they have one token white dude.
That's what I missed. There was a Mexican dude.
Oh, okay, it's the white dash. David Alan Grier. This is packed also.
Oh my God,
from
David Allen. I love this man. I think this man is so funny. Oh, man. There's a white dude. Oh, there's a white lady.
Well, they're just watching.
That's the drinking game for this one. Spot the white people. Yeah.
Go to. This is when you can really start to feel guilty because it's no, because in this movie, basically the only time white people are present is to watch what black people are up to.
Good. Oh yeah.
Like it's just like, what are these guys up to? But
They got the games are on today. Of course they're gonna like.
yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
But, so we're looking at Bernie Casey.
Slade.
He's obviously his pedigree with us is he was in Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh, he was the Lambda.
Yeah, he was the head of the
Lambda.
Yeah. His blaxploitation birthright is he was in Cleopatra Jones.
Yeah. Is that who's Cleopatra Jones?
I can't remember.
That's not Pam Grier, is it?
No, that's Foxy Brown.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, and he played the first Black Felix Leiter in Never Say Never Again.
Right.
So like he was because like a bunch of people have played Felix Leiter over the years in the Bond movies. He was the first black guy to play him. He was in Amazon Women on the Moon. That was
great film,
which is a Robert Townsend joint. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. He was in. This is the one that's important. He's in a movie called Hammer, Slammer, and Slade, a TV sequel to this movie that I didn't know existed until this morning.
Oh my god!
It is about Hammer, Jim Brown.
Is it a comedy?
Yeah, and it's about Hammer losing his partner on the force who dies from soup that's too hot, and then he goes behind the dark world of soup that's too hot.
The dark world.
Yeah, but everybody is in it. Hammer, Slammer, Slade, Kung Fu Joe, the mom is in it. Like everybody but the Wayans. Like if you're a Wayans, you weren't in this movie. But the story,
who made it?
But the story, the guy who directed it was the guy who directed The Last Dragon.
Oh my god!
And the story he wasn't written by, but the story was by Keenan Ivory Wayans.
No shit.
So I mean, like I have to hunt this thing down.
Oh my god! Yes.
Maybe
we
tonight.
Totally gotta find that.
Like it's just ridiculous.
Sure, typed it up online. It'll show up somewhere.
Yeah.
The OG'd.
I know.
The over gangsted.
Over gold.
Over gold.
Over gold. I thought when he said over gold, it was GOALED. And so like his
gold.
So his goal was to have a lot of gold chains, but he overdid it and died.
It, yeah.
But just the gold was the over gold. Like I really overthought this movie as a kid.
Well, there was so much. I'm gonna wait until later. Remember when we asked my mother, like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, I love.
Just like two kids don't know a fucking thing about anything, watching some movie,
Yeah,
laughing at parts we don't even get. Just laughing.
Not even sure if we want.
I don't know. Fuck, should I laugh? Fuck, I just keep laughing.
Yeah. He plays. I remember for the longest time until I bought the DVD, I had I had like the VHS version that I like recorded off of TV. So it was a TV edit. So big chunks were taken out just for time and stuff. And that whole thing there when he's just saying like, you see these guys with medallions and they're stooped over. He's like, makes you want to puke. It's like that whole thing was gone. And I'm like, oh my God, it was so funny. It was like, it really shows that a guy who has been serious so often could like really be funny. And now I know he'd done comedy prior to this, but he was just playing straight man and like,
right.
Playing UN and Revenge of the Nerds and stuff like that. But this one, he actually got to be funny, and I loved that.
Well, he was funny in Revenge of the Nerds, but he was straight man.
Yeah, exactly. It was just he didn't really perform funny. This one, he does some performing funny, but like still, it's kind of straight man. But like, I do like this idea.
Mental illness is a reality in the background. That's pretty cool.
See, I told you this is.
Oh my God, this is like
this is one of my favorite scenes ever. This is the Black Revolutionary Headquarters. So this is supposed to essentially be the Black Panthers of the time. And the music and everything. And the down
with Whitey.
It's just, that guy looked like M. Night Shyamalan in the back. It wasn't, but just
this guy's like terrifying looking, eh?
Oh my God. So this is Clarence Williams III. He played Link in Mod Squad.
Yeah.
And he was in Maniac Cop 2. He was in Hoodlum. And again, so everybody has to have that little, like, old 70s, like link into this, right?
Yeah.
So you had your Good Times. You had all this stuff. I like the soda, the bean soda.
Bean soda.
I don't understand. This is a cultural thing I don't understand. Because everything in there said bean.
Real.
It was bean. No, it's definitely not real. But I wonder.
You're saying, like,
no.
This is a drink that was made famous in '86 and died down in '87.
No, I feel like that's probably
had a lot of blowouts.
Now. It's probably
people
a thing
shitting
that's,
themselves
like,
on the bus.
now.
Like gas was just, it was too much.
Yeah.
Like you're at the movies, bean soda.
Yeah, it's like Dad's soda has every flavor.
They should fucking have, because now they have that like that digital. It's like a jukebox, only it's a pop machine. It's the fucking greatest. They should have that in there. They have every flavor of Coca-Cola that's ever existed, especially the bean.
Oh, yeah. You're talking like the one where you just
when you go to the movies.
Screen. Yeah.
Nobody's even standing there watching the thing.
I know. It's my daughter's dream.
I go to Tuesday. I don't even go to the movie. I stand in front of the pop machine, and I get it done. Yeah. And I look at them too. I stare right in that 15-year-old's fucking eyes. I'm like, look what I'm doing. Yeah. And you're allowing this.
And if you even try to stop me, you're gonna die.
Oh yeah, he knows too. I'm 8 deep now, right? So I will kill someone.
This little piece of this little piece of acting is fantastic, just the best. But I just like the idea too. What happened to basically your whole Black Panther movement? It's like, what happened to your whole Black Panther movement? Oh, it just fell apart. So you can hear in the background. You hear the. So this is Eve Plum.
Here comes his white wife.
This was Jan Brady in the Brady Bunch.
That's right. Yeah.
But yeah,
it's so wonderful.
I love like everything. Just how did this whole thing fall apart? They got jobs.
They walked in.
So we all recognize this little girl.
They walked in all piss and vinegar. They walked out with jobs.
Hey, we recognize this little girl
from Jurassic Park
and Tremors, one of our movies.
Oh yeah. One of our movies.
Well, but it has a connection to us, is what I'm saying. And they're always more important. I actually really thought that this was going to be somebody. And in my head, this was the little brother from Jurassic Park still.
Yes.
I was just like, it's always the same guy.
I think I've seen that kid in something too, though. She's almost in tears.
He actually does have a great swine. I'd like his voice is perfect too, because it's. So I don't know if he's a po white trash. Shot him in the head. The end. So that you hear the Brady Bunch theme in the background too, with a Brady Bunch cast member on screen. This is.
He's turning like his white kids into like black supremacists.
The people. Like literally every single person they cast in this movie hit a home run. They were basically told, go to 10. And then explore 13.
Yeah, go up in there.
And then just like feel what it feels like to you. And if it feels too uncomfortable, come back to 10. But if it feels like, if 13 feels like 15, go for it. And right? So, I love this guy. I love that. And it's that thing too with Eve Plum. And it was like what they did in Airplane with Barbara Billingsley. Like, I speak jive. It's just so funny. I'm still very uncomfortable with how close these two are.
Why?
Well, because his brother just died. She was married to him, and they're both like, "Hey, we should probably fuck, right?"
Yo, that's life, bro. Come on now.
Like that's something
can't
I
leave your woman alone
for.
Can't even be in the cold hard ground for 10 hours. Yeah. She's already banging your brother, for Christ's sakes.
Like I could see that in like early Victorian times or something like that. It's like, well, if I don't, she's gonna be sold. And if I don't marry her, she's gonna be sold. So I got to do the right thing.
Right.
I love
the right thing.
That was basically
to bang the only right thing here.
Yeah.
See, I wish it was back in the day, so that was the right thing to do.
It's just take ownership.
The right thing to do is just to take her right now, bang her.
Yeah.
I don't want her to be sold into the black market or something.
Teach her
what
what
the
real
hell,
dick
right?
Is. I love this weird dichotomy of giant dude and little dude too.
You know what I'm gonna say? Like, even for like this all black movie, there's way more white people than the other way. You know what I'm saying?
Then if it's just the average movie, and
that's what I'm
just
saying.
Not a lot of black people.
Yeah, like there's like oh fuck, like
this is my favorite scene in the whole movie, the obvious stunt man.
I love this so much.
It's so good. See, that was one thing because that was funny, but then this is just the exposed face of a white dude with a mustache.
The punch could have been the lady too, still, right? Like...
Yeah. But what's even more hilarious to me is the fact that that's almost the opposite of what happened in Marked for Death with those two guys in blackface. Yep. I was like, because they were obviously not like it couldn't have been worse.
Maybe that wasn't even like a thing. Maybe when she does get into physical alterations, she turns into like a little old white looking dude with a mustache.
Yeah,
like
that's
some
the way
Gene Shalit looking motherfucker. You know, like,
That's her Incredible Hulk avatar.
yeah, and all her hair turns into the mustache.
I'm getting angry. Oh boy. This is how I drive. Doody doot doot doot. This is why people drive like this.
Boom, 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 boom. I'm a grown man. This is what I feel like. I come home a lot to my mother in a military outfit and argue with her about how much of a man I am.
After she finishes beating people up who've
Yeah.
been mean to him
Yeah.
through the day.
Exactly. Yeah, you didn't have to add that part.
Which is why I try to be vaguely
fuck.
nice to him. I love the idea of the people who beat him up, too.
Yeah.
So first was the girl. Mom. Oh, God. Even her, like, I sit there and when I look at their IMDb pages, had I not seen the movie and go, why did they pick this person who's, like, really not done much or like, nothing, like, maybe not be right for this kind of role. And then you see them do it and you're like, oh, yeah, they knew 100% what they were doing.
Oh, yeah, totally. Oh, now see, look, this is it. This is what you get.
This is
Like the guilt trip. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And that make you feel bad. This is the whole, this is proper. This is real life right here. The old flip
It's how I
around.
Don Lewis
Then you feel
Foley, right?
bad. And then you're like, oh, maybe I should let my mom continue fighting my battles for me. Oh, shit.
He is a friggin' good-looking man.
You should look at that smile, eh?
Yeah. So I will point out too, he was also, I forgot to say too, he died in 2017.
Oh, no way.
He was 78 years old.
I was just going to say that he's so good looking that it would be an honor of mine for him to kill me in a drug deal gone wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's an undercover cop.
Mhm.
I'm like, after he shot me, I'd be like, it's an honor, bro. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then I would die. But now that's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen. But he also, in the 60s, he played for both the 49ers and the Rams. And they were the LA Rams then and they are now. So it's all like circle of life, really. But, oh my God.
It's a circle for you.
Family full of midgets is a gang.
They're little people. This movie's
Well,
racist.
I know.
No,
That's my favorite
it's
line, too.
peopleist.
I like that line, too. He's like, it's not going to prove anything. It proves I could beat a woman and some midgets.
Oh, you better go after him, Slade.
Yeah, I can't stop staring at all their hands. Their hands are enormous.
Yeah?
It's like, well, like...
Maybe you just got little girl hands.
I do have little girl hands. There's been no question about that. Oh, this was great. The obvious, like, people in the background where something's going to go wrong.
No way. Come on. They're like, clearly they've just gone on a first date after like, oh no, it took them 3 years to work up the courage to ask her out.
This is good too. The first moment that action's gonna come and he freaks out. They shoot him. They shoot.
He's
And
dead.
he often has to play the straight role too, like in a lot
Keenan
of things
Ivory.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing
Like-
is, he wrote it, right?
Yeah.
So then playing the straight man when you wrote the comedy is not so bad.
No, it's not so bad. But like in that role, that bit, he actually got the thing. See,
it is. This is like the leather jacket I want. That one's surfing.
I forgot that joke. That's actually really funny.
Fucking right.
So he's got.
Oh, look at lady still. She's doing her job over there. Look, she's like,
Yeah.
oh, my
See?
husband to be.
They cast everybody right. I love this too. He's dead. Can't you hear the music? I like. They
broke the fourth wall.
I love a little. Yeah. Eat it,
he
Deadpool.
was like,
He was. You forgot all that?
yeah.
That's awesome.
At least he wasn't cheap.
Oh my God. This is fantastic. Somebody that they actually cast in this movie, the producer had recently worked with John Cusack.
Right.
And John Cusack, I think it may have actually been this scene and they may have reshot it or something. But John Cusack played a delivery boy who gets shot 20 times and he was burned by like several of the squibs.
No way.
And then they didn't use his footage. So like,
You're saying it was John Cusack?
well, I don't know if it was this scene, like an alternate version of this scene, or another scene where he gets lit up.
And it was John Cusack.
But it was John Cusack
No
who played
shit.
the role. Yeah. So
Oh, of course it's these two fuckers, eh?
yeah. I love that
He's not
they're
even
also
looking.
afraid to. No, they've got a machine gun.
They share it. I feel like if we were bad guys, we'd have to share a gun.
Yeah. See, he gets really brave and weird all of a sudden. Like, yeah,
Hey,
we would
man,
have to
he's
share.
feeling it, yeah.
But I'd like to.
You two knuckleheads share a brain. Here, share a gun.
My particular problem, though, would be, you and I both know, would be trying to do like the cool passes to each other. So like, and then I catch it and then fire and kill the other guy. But then I miss it and it just hits the ground and fires and hits me in the leg.
Yeah,
and
one of us is going to get shot. Or both of us somehow. One bullet, both of us shot.
Yeah. Just the voices they chose for these roles, too. I mean, you hear a lot of Damon Wayans' characters from In Living Color in this role.
Oh my God.
Geez.
He was like, you would totally think that it was going to be him that was going to be huge, not Jim Carrey, right?
Yeah. Well, and I mean, he got his shot. He was in a lot of stuff, and
He was
had
in
some
a lot
successful.
of bad movies.
He was in a lot of bad movies, which he wrote all himself. He wrote Blank Man and Major Payne.
Good for him.
No, good for him, but he also has nobody to blame but himself.
Right, exactly.
Like I wrote this thing for myself. This was the vehicle I was going to
these are like turning like an SNL skit into a full movie, right? It's like the same kind of idea.
Yeah.
There was a Handyman movie? No, it was...
No. There wasn't a Handyman movie. There was a Homie the Clown one.
No, there wasn't. It was... what was his name? He was a superhero.
Wayne's
Blank Man.
Blank Man, but that wasn't a sketch.
Blank Man. No, yeah. But
Blank
it
Man.
was like they felt like skits that were turned into movies.
Yeah. Damon Wayans' first role was actually Beverly Hills Cop. He was the banana...
Oh, the banana stand guy?
Yeah, well, yeah. And then he was in... A lot of people forget he was in SNL. For like 11 episodes, he was in it. So it wasn't. It wasn't. Yeah, it was in the 80s. It wasn't a successful thing. He was in Roxanne. He was in Earth Girls Are Easy. He was in Colors.
That's a classic film right there. Earth Girls Are Easy.
Yeah, he was in The Last Boy Scout, which was actually a good
that movie. Kicked ass.
Blank
oh my
Man,
God! Here's
Major Payne.
Here's a Wayans.
Yeah, this is Kim Wayans, who is very funny, but I think they gave her the perfect role for this.
Oh, they always make her like really annoying.
Yeah,
they probably thought she was annoying when they were a kid or something, so they gave her all these like.
Probably, but well, she's probably just the overactor of the group. So they.
Oh my, that's crazy to say about the Wayans too. She's the overactor of the group.
Yeah, Marlon Wayans is not the overactor.
Oh yeah,
of the group.
they keep telling her turn it down a couple. Oh my God, a couple notches.
Look at that Jerry curl.
That's what I'm saying. It's about
Holy
fucking time we
shit.
saw some Jerry curls.
Look at this guy too. He looks like he could have.
That one never came back. You don't see anybody rocking. Maybe it is somewhere. Jerry. Every haircut comes back.
Yeah.
You see, people with every kind of hair other than the Jerry curl.
Yeah, that's fair
that
enough.
one is out. I guess that one's out.
Yeah, well, it's gross.
Like even the friggin', the Hitler stash, or like the big kid.
Well, Michael Jordan came back with
the
that.
big kid in play, hair, whatever you call that, the big flat top or whatever. All that shit came back, but not the drippy, not the drip curl. Oh God.
Oh, also Damon Wayans wrote Mo Money.
Mo Money, Mo Money, Mo Money.
Not that one.
I think he's missed every one of those.
Yeah, well, I think that's the point. But
you think?
I think it could be. But
man, I could have been in this movie, man.
But yeah, anybody with who doesn't know Kim Wayans very well, just Google Kim Wayans Grace Jones and you will laugh your face off. That was a sketch from In Living Color where she just plays Grace Jones and she does it amazing. She also plays Tracy Chapman when she's like improvising a song.
Dude, I love that. No, he's going after her and she's like looking out the window and she's like writing tunes. Exactly. It's like the same tune.
Yeah. By the way, this is my drink, a Pepsi Double. I honestly should use that line.
You should.
Because I think
Pepsi Double. Have a Pepsi, make it a double.
She's
feeling it.
I would kill to watch somebody perform like this though.
This is like that one performance where like
maybe
this like the star the star has like kind of fallen, beautiful woman.
Yeah.
And she kind of looks like a black Carmella, the wrestler.
I don't know
Carmella. Oh my God, Daniel Bryan is back.
I heard about that.
Oh my God.
I heard, and I don't even know how I hear. I don't follow this stuff.
Oh my
God.
Found out. I was so not happy with WrestleMania, but then the moment I heard Daniel Bryan was back, I was like, oh my God. She's a pretty girl.
Yeah.
I like black girls.
I like
white girls. You ever have black girls?
Black guys? No, I haven't.
Amazing.
Nice.
All you black ladies out there, you want a little milk in that black coffee, girl, you let me know.
Oh my God.
Call the line. We're going live.
We're going live.
We're going.
I would love to do that sometime if I could figure that out.
Serious.
Yeah. Well, not the going live part, but he does want to.
No, I wish we were going
He does
live.
want to ejaculate on or in you.
You don't even have to be black to call in.
Yeah.
Just call in. Yeah. You don't even have to have a vagina. Just call me, somebody please.
It's kind of preferable if you don't, but I don't really get into it.
Kind of like the Ken nub.
I love that. They should have played this up more though, because they were talking about how he's like really loved her and stuff like that, because he's talking the difference between being loved and being laid. I think they should have played it up where it was like he didn't know the relationship between him.
Right.
And that he just constantly thought that was just like she was just one of the girls that he plowed, and then you found out that they actually loved each other.
Right.
Afterwards.
What is it? Was this girl in 21 Jump Street or Silver Spoons or
No, she was in Living Color.
Oh.
Towards the end though.
Yeah.
This is Anne-Marie Johnson. She was in The Heat of the Night.
Yes.
And she was also in Wet Hot American Summer 10 years later. She was in a lot of stuff.
Oh, shit. I forgot that there's a new one.
Oh, you haven't seen that yet?
The new one.
Yeah.
10 years later.
Yeah, it's been out for like a long time.
I started seeing it and then I started watching. I know. I don't see it on the... Sometimes I find things that are hard to find in there, man.
Yeah. Well, just
come up.
type words.
Show me.
Yeah. This
type.
is...
If I'm typing in wet and then hot, you can bet your ass this computer ain't going to the summer.
Yeah, you can bet your ass I'm not on
Yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah. Bet your wet ass.
This is... hilarious. Actually, this is what's funny though. She's, as far as I know, she's the only person from In Living Color in this movie who wasn't part of the original cast.
Right. She was later. Like she came with
was like
the Asian dude, her,
and the extra white person.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah,
I didn't like that new white guy.
I
wasn't digging that dude. I like the Asian guy though.
The Asian guy was fine.
He was in Harold and Kumar, right? Wasn't he that guy in the party? Yeah.
No.
I think that was the same.
A different Asian guy? Because I was going to say it's not.
Because I remember the
John
ninja
Cho.
skit he did.
Oh,
not John Cho. Remember they were trying to go to
yeah.
the party and they're like, these guys are lame, don't hang out with them. And then it turns out they got all this weed. He was the one nerd guy with the girl trying to get him to.
Yes, I believe that. I believe that's the right guy. I couldn't remember if it was that or Mad TV that he was in though.
Oh, you know what? I think I'm
it's
thinking Mad TV.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry in Living Color. I'm so sorry for such a ridiculous insult.
We also I apologize to the Asian community that we can't figure out which either of these guys are.
Come on. It's Long Duck Dong.
He was in Fresh Off the Boat. Margaret Cho. You know.
Margaret Cho. I'd show up Margaret, let me tell you.
I would. Oh, that tongue thing is fantastic.
This is absolutely, this woman is every woman that's on like Plenty of Fish or any of these dating sites where everything that she says doesn't have to apply to her.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you have to have a car. And they all say the same thing too. They're always like, I don't need a man who's going to have a shirtless. Oh God, you should probably, I think the cat just murdered your very tiny dog.
My dog is teeny tiny.
Did my penis just make that noise?
A little bit, yeah. But she's constantly starting fights with them and then being shown.
I hope the microphone picked that up.
It did. Because we don't have a proper studio.
We're in the middle of a puppy mill. It's got cheap rent. We don't necessarily believe in what they're doing. No,
but money's money, you know.
Although sometimes I got to watch the shop when Buddy leaves, you know. Sometimes puppies and kittens' heads got to be blasted in.
He doesn't have the 12 inches.
Oh, you see. At least she's still cool with it.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's got reason to be pretty cool with it. I actually thought, getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, but I thought this was going to be a reveal that she was one of the midgets. Because she pops off her one leg, and I'm like, oh my God, she's going to have fake legs, and those are going to be her feet, and then she's going to be a little person.
I love this part. This is it, too.
This is a great, yeah.
But this is so the truth. This is the women on Plenty of Fish. With a profile that says, like, I need a real man.
Oh, that... I wouldn't even mind the bald, but it's the little strands.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, you think she's all bald, yet she's still holding on to a couple of these strands, though, right? And
it's like
one of the backs even got like a bow in it, I think, right? Like, look at the top one.
Yeah, do you hear the slide whistle on the... Oh, my God. Yeah, she's literally everything. Those look like she's wearing shoehorns in her ears.
I love the suction noise. Look at it. It's a white ass, too.
Yeah, well, of course.
They don't make black ass prosthetics back then,
well, she's light skinned, right? They probably do make black ones. So she...
I'd still do her. What's the problem? One leg, that's easy access.
It might not be.
She can't come after you either when you leave right after you blow it.
Well, she's making the attempt, so.
Oh, yeah. He's running.
But she might slip on herself. You know what I mean?
Don't make me hop after you, baby. I've always wanted a woman to say that to me.
I know.
Don't make me hop after you.
That's how fast.
Yeah.
That's how fast they were because he didn't even get a sip of his drink, and they got it before this started. So Sam, we
they're
know
waiting for. Oh, that's what they were doing here. They're waiting for Sam.
they're waiting for Sam, and Sam, as we know, is Hawthorne James, who was also played, I believe, played Sam in Speed. He was the bus driver in Speed.
Oh yes, the one
And
that got shot.
Yeah, and he was in Seven, and he was in
bastard.
Carnival. But I was sitting there and I was looking at him. I'm like, he wasn't in this. But I'm only picturing him with the long hair. I couldn't picture him
Right.
with like, just short, regular hair. So that was that. I love his little arsenal here.
How many
And for some-
movies have we watched where they go into the secret gun room?
I'm
You know
pretty
what I
sure
mean? Like
all
the
of them.
rebellion gun room.
I'm pretty sure every
Yeah,
single one
I
of
think
them has
so
a
as well.
secret gun.
Yeah.
Or if there wasn't, you knew there was.
Yeah, there was one
They just didn't
close
show
by.
it. Like when we watch The Karate Kid, you know full well that Miyagi has like a World War II flashback like gun room,
Yeah.
and which Daniel had to sand to like, and I love this too that they're both in the typing pool. How'd you lose your fucking around the office? Can I just say right now, without being too insensitive, that black people talk amazing?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, and I just want to say, like repeat the things the way that they say them, but then it just comes off as racist. It looks like there's a lightsaber fighting a sword on the side.
It is.
That's amazing.
Oh, yeah, he's got like the same medals, eh?
Yeah. Well, you had the surfing one.
Well, because their slang talk is so much cooler. Like white people, it's like you're,
but it's not the
you're like a
slang.
heck, or you're like, you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
not cool like this.
Yeah. See, I don't.
When they start talking,
Yeah, but I don't like the slang and stuff like that. I don't care about. It's just all the flow of
The
hey,
flow
yeah,
of it.
Like what was it when John C. Reilly's repeating Craig Robinson stuff in Walk Hard when he's doing the black guy set the exact same way he does it.
Oh,
He's
right.
like, oh hell, we get all the strange, like just all that kind of stuff. It's just brilliant. Trying to like get us out. Oh, there's boobies in the
Oh,
background.
here she comes. Well, she wasn't digging her husband anyways. He was in a gang. He wasn't banging her for a while. Oh, look at the blinds.
we don't know that.
Yeah.
I like that that's his thing. He can close the blinds, so he's like, I'm innocent, and then open them up. But he's not in a proper position to spank from that anyways. Like he'd have to,
from that
well, because
window?
if he was at the bed, he'd have to go like get a chair and sit across from him,
No,
or just
no,
stand
you
and
lie.
like scream at it.
Yeah, you lie down, like all weird, like butt past the bed, and then your back's all up, and whatever the hell that is. What is that? A
No, that's
chair or something? So you're
that's
all like,
Oh, that's how you end up coming in
oh,
your
your
face.
back's hurting, you know.
Splat, splat, splat. Oh.
See, he was writing to her. I
Yeah.
think she's hella hot.
Yeah.
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 See, he was in a gang. He's getting into the gold. He was not the same man.
I had a gold chain.
What? Why aren't you wearing it? You are.
No, my neck got too big for it.
Oh.
I'm a fucking
I like
man.
to adorn my pubical hair with jewels.
I think
It
you
looks
braid
like
them.
it looks like Charlie Brown's Christmas tree, only with like some bling.
I was thinking it looks like Monica's hair in Friends when it gets all frizzy, and then she gets them all
Exactly.
done in like mini dreads.
I don't know if I've seen that or want to, but yep, exactly that.
Yeah, they're all braided and they've got beads at the end, and she starts like swinging them around and stuff like that.
Oh, it's like those things that I would put in the spokes of my bicycle, only in my hair.
A little bit, yeah.
I dig that.
How long was he in?
Oh,
How long was he in the military that they
I
were
know.
like together? Like this is that thing from
this is
what
like
was it?
Brothers or whatever.
Now Jarhead. He's like,
Yeah.
fucking Jody back in the thing, right? It's like, except this, like was it 10 years? Because it's like, again, his room was
How
like
long?
destroyed and
'Cause it seems
disgusting. Like
he
was
just
like
left
a kid.
like not long ago, right? The room was the same.
and look
but
at
it
this
seems
too. It's the 80s, but this is the 70s. So was
yeah,
he there for like 10
time really doesn't have. Yeah, he was gone for a long time.
Yeah.
He took like my high school Rudy. He took a couple victory
Yeah.
laps.
I feel like this is just like the airplane scene kind of stolen.
It's so train.
Like, like with the Stand
oh,
Alive.
knocking everybody.
Like, no,
out,
they were not, but
right.
it wasn't that part so much, just like the idea of
It's kind of more
the weird, yeah.
right. It's kind of like the
But
the airport scene where they're trying to hand him the flyers mixed with the.
Yeah. I will say she's pretty sexy with those Afro
Damn
puffs. though.
right.
Those puffs are. I
Is that
love
what they're called?
Afro
Afro puffs?
puffs. Maybe. I'm taking a shot in the dark, but I think
I'm
that's
gonna
true.
call. They look like kind of Mickey Mouse puffs or something.
Yeah, it's Dead Mouse.
Yeah.
But,
Dead Mao 5. Oh.
Oh, sorry.
He's like never been kissed before.
That's her. Yeah, she plays a weird like thing, and she's been married, so like.
Well, it's wrong. It's weird. She's always loved him, but she went with Junebug because he went to the army for 12 years.
They mouth kiss. I think they should have just kept cheek kissing over and over again.
I like some hot cheek kissing.
What? And he just starts like
making out. See, now we're adults, so it's like, like there was rules
over the close shit. Oh,
like back, you know what I mean? Like when you first met
we
a
got a
girl.
superstar walking in.
Oh my god. I forgot about this scene.
This is something that, as
I'm
far
gonna
as
go back to what I was talking about. Okay, well here comes
you
Chris
won't.
Rock.
You'll forget. But yeah, this
You
is
know me
actually
so well.
this is, to my knowledge, this is 100% Chris Rock's bit because he's done it in his own albums and stuff like that. And it's a funny bit, like, and he was like 17 when he did
how
this.
How old is he for Christ's sake?
He had just started comedy at that. Like, well, that's not quite true, but I mean, he was a child when he made this movie. So he wasn't in Saturday Night Live for another like 8 years or something like that.
Holy
ridiculous,
shit.
you know? That's not quite true. I don't know exactly how long.
Imagine hanging out with all these fucking dudes, man. Keenan, Ivory, and Chris Rock's there. And maybe Eddie
Chris
Murphy
Rock
rolls through to yell at somebody.
Chris Rock was nobody at this point, so nobody.
Well, no, he's still hanging around.
Yeah. So more into the theme song things. Isaac Hayes, obviously, he wrote the theme song for Shaft.
Yeah.
And he won the Oscar for it, which I didn't know.
He did?
Yeah, he got the Oscar for Best Original Song. He played Mac Truck Turner in the movie Truck Turner. He was in Escape from New York, in CB4 with Chris Rock.
Oh, yep.
Robin Hood Men in Tights, South Park, obviously, Hustle and Flow. The one I didn't know,
and on.
His latest one before he passed was Return to Sleepaway Camp.
Oh, my God.
He died the day after Bernie Mac. And they're both of their last movie was Soul Man. They were both in that together.
No.
And they both died that year. And then Jim Brown, obviously one of the best football players to ever play the game. And then got into acting. He was actually a manager of bands. He posed naked in Playgirl magazine in the
Jim
71.
Brown?
Yeah.
No way.
He was in Dirty Dozen, Three the Hard Way. He was in The Running Man, which we're going to get to eventually.
Oh, fuck yeah.
LA Heat, Mars Attacks, Small
Oh,
Soldiers.
yeah, he's what's his name in Running Man?
He's genius in Any Given Sunday.
The big guy that they bring out, right? They bring the big guy.
Yeah,
and
he's
like he's coming out of
Fireball.
retirement to fight Arnold.
Well, he's like their oldest guy.
So the sequel's these three.
The sequel is these three, but Kung Fu Joe's also in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked, I saw a tweet from, who was it? Doesn't matter. The tweet was, it just said, quinoa is grits that hate you. I love it. I like the buddy dynamic. I'm actually really glad. I would have said if they were to make like a spinoff or something, it needed to be Hammer and Slammer. And then sure enough, they did.
Dude,
it.
we got to watch this.
We
got a
got-
double whammy. We're watching this tonight.
Yeah, we're not turning this off. It's a short enough movie. Fly Guy.
Oh my God, yes.
Now this is Antonio Fargas.
This is the guy I could be too in a movie. Like the guy that they... This is like the Huggy Bear, right? Like
Well,
the inside
he literally
man.
was Huggy Bear.
Oh, shit.
This
Well, there
is,
you go.
This is Huggy Bear from Starsky
That's exactly
and Hutch.
what I just fucking said.
But he was also in Shaft, Cleopatra Jones, and Foxy Brown, so he has the pedigree to be in this.
He is this guy.
Yeah, exactly.
He is this character.
He tried to make it very,
Oh?
yeah, oh my God. That's funny. He had to make it very clear in an interview. I was reading stuff about him today, and he was trying to make it very clear that Huggy Bear was not a pimp.
Right.
He just dressed very pimply. He's like, I understand why people would think he was a pimp, but he was
But
not
he was
a pimp.
not a pimp.
He's like, he's
Maybe
a
just
club owner at
for
one
the
point.
Street
He's a-
cred, he just wears like the style at the
Yeah.
time, right? I want to dress like this guy when he gets out of prison, man. Now that's it.
Oh, God.
I should go as him for fucking Comic-Con.
It would be great.
Fuck yeah, one broken fucking.
Oh, you would hate that after 5 minutes.
I
This is
know,
another
right?
great scene. This guy reminds me a little bit of like a Burt Reynolds, like how
This-
Burt Reynolds could have been had he taken better care of himself.
This is Burt Reynolds could have been. He wished he was the pimp of the year.
well, I
Do
like.
you remember when we watched this
one of them
and we
was
did
white.
not know like what a pimp was?
No,
And we
idea.
thought maybe it was the guy that had the biggest pimple.
That was
or,
literally
like,
something we said.
What is this? Like
We-
the pimp of the year.
we
and
weren't
then so we
joking.
went and it was actually downstairs in 315 or whatever fucking one I lived
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
And we went and asked my mother, and my mother, she was like, it's a guy who sells women. I remember her telling us that. We were like, oh. And then I was like, I don't know if I find that funny.
Our lives are different now.
Yeah, I was like, man, this whole thing's taking on a weird turn.
Yeah.
Sells women?
This is a little... I'm assuming that this is derived from the Rudy Ray Moore movies like Dolomite and stuff, where just out of nowhere he's gonna start doing poetry about being
exactly
a pimp.
Right.
It's like when he was in Avenging Disco Godfather, and he was just like, he comes into the middle of disco and he's like, he's here and blah blah blah, and then he just starts like doing weird poetry that is not great. This one's great. So if she don't, I'm gonna put my foot dead in her ass. He has the most expressive face in the world.
He reminds me of like not Cat Williams, but yeah, maybe it's Cat Williams.
Why is he the only one that's clothed?
Fucking right.
See, look it up to the right. See the skinny white dude on the right.
There is one.
Yeah.
Why do the pimps have to be? Obviously, there was like a swimsuit portion of
but he just didn't do it.
competition.
I just picture them going fly. I look at his face too. He's so proud. He's like, I just picture him.
I think he's like trying to fight a tear off right there.
I like too that he has to call him back out of his thing,
like his vision.
Oh my god, it's just like these are maybe not at the time. I don't know, but these are such cliche like devices to use in a comedy and stuff like that. And the reason they're cliche is because they fucking work. Just over and over again.
That's right, man. The classics never go to Sal. It does it right, though. This is like, way before. It hasn't been, all used up.
Mm-hmm. I love the idea that he's like, you're going to have to leave me alone if I give you this information because you're like getting rid of gold chains. It's like, but I'm going to go back to selling and abusing women and you're just going to have to let that slide. He's like, yep, right. No problem. No beef with you.
Hey, sometimes, you got it. He's one of the better ones.
Yeah.
He's not going to beat the shit,
Well, he's going to put his foot dead in her ass. He literally just talked. He just did a poem.
Got his money.
He did a poem about beating that woman.
And not a friendly boot to the bum.
That's fair enough. I didn't realize that he was singing real words there. This is the first time I've ever seen this with captioning on, and he was actually legitimate. I just thought he was going, I could do. This is me maybe not knowing my classic music, I guess.
His old fucking feed, eh?
Jim Brown, he's got as good as a career and all this that he had. It's kind of sad. Like some stuff's kind of sad because it's like he was the shoe-in to win the Heisman.
Right.
And then they didn't give it to him only because he was black. And it was like the year after he left college that a black guy who went to the same school as him won the Heisman finally.
Fucking bullshit, man. That's the kind of... he knows he deserved it, right? He knows that fucking thing is his. He should break in fucking 70s black exploitation style and take the fucking award from that white piece of shit that they gave it to.
Yeah.
Now, this is a great fucking idea, man. When I become a black exploitation fucking... badass motherfucker.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have my own.
Look at that guy
just
killing that bass. He's loving that bass.
White dude on the keyboard.
Yeah. See,
here we go, motherfucker.
The same guy, Cody, that I mentioned earlier, had fishbowl platform shoes.
What?
That he told me about. Well, he told me that he had them, and I never saw them. So he may have been lying through his teeth, but I don't know. But look at this outfit.
Oh my shit.
Now let's keep an eye out because apparently the younger Wayans brothers are in this scene somewhere.
He's like 12 feet tall.
Oh, it's amazing.
Look at him.
Well, you got to be able to see around. This is some bad voiceover stuff, because you can keep hearing everything dip to hear their voices. Now, don't talk about don't talk about the audio in our video on Miscast TV.
Yeah, exactly. But, right? Come on. We're not talking about us here, right?
We're talking about people who had millions of dollars. And
I wonder if those look like real goldfish.
I doubt it.
And Pete is going to get a call after this one, let me tell you.
I don't know. So I'm just trying to keep
it's his dinner.
That's a great idea.
So how long's he been in for now? It's the 80s.
Oh, there's the Wayans brothers. That was Sean and Marlon Wayans.
Okay, so he obviously went in the 70s.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. And now he has no idea that style has changed. Oh my God, right? This is like when I leave the house every day.
This is how
people pointing, laughing.
This is how I feel sometimes. Yeah, you can see they've been following. They were little boys.
Those are real. I saw them. They are too. Look.
Like, oh my God, they maybe 15.
Oh, I feel bad for him.
Yeah, but that's how I feel like when I go. I've gone to places and it's like I call a tire place. I'm like, oh yeah, do you have winter tires in this size? And they're like, yeah, get a load of this guy. He wants winter tires.
Hey everybody, get in here.
What an asshole I am for asking for tires. tires at a tire
Hold on,
store.
don't leave. I'm going to call Don. He's on his lunch. He should laugh at you too. Wait, hold on.
And like literally, that's how I feel every time I go in. Hey, I need tires. Pff, you called tire store for that bullshit? You're an idiot. I love that. Every good hero should have some themes there.
I wonder what they're getting paid.
That's actually part of Shaft's theme song. Anybody who doesn't know, because Shaft is the longest song in the world. It's actually I got the album. It was like all the best
song.
Well, it was the themes of all the black superheroes.
What?
I bought that when we were in high school.
Oh, fucking A.
And so it had everybody, but like Shaft is half the album.
Dear God.
So this is New Blood.
New blood.
I actually believe.
Look at the gun on Jim Brown. Holy Jesus.
Yeah.
Like as long as my fucking arm.
And you know how big his hands are. Again, big hands.
Yes.
So you
Big
know
hands,
that
big gun.
So that's the gun the Joker held in Batman.
What?
That's the gun the Joker held in Batman. It just looks only kind of big in his hands. I believe that Isaac Hayes has done some of this shit.
Oh, guaranteed.
Like, this is.
Well, have you?
He hasn't been trained to do nothing. I like how well they're dressed to go do this. You think they'd be a little bit like
nope. Well, at least Slade's got the leather jacket on, right? These guys are really they do not expect anything really that bad to happen, I guess.
No.
Well, they're all pros, right? They know what have they go and they kick some ass, they get a girl.
Yep. I like this too. I'm an ex-football player thing because Bernie Casey and Jim Brown are both football players, and then another one of the guys, I think not Kung Fu Joe.
He's like,
yeah,
cool.
It may have been Kung Fu Joe. He was also a football player back in the day.
Kung Fu Joe's the fucking man.
Kung Fu Joe, he was a stuntman.
American Ninja.
Good for you, actually. I didn't recognize that until I looked it up today. Mm-hmm. And then also he was in, his name's Steve James, by the way. He was in the Warriors.
Yes.
And he was in Delta Force series.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But he
right.
But he was in Weekend at Bernie's too. He's another man.
A lot of Bernie's going on in here.
Yeah,
with a Bernie's crossover.
So good. So good. He was always my favorite character growing up.
Bruce Lee was your kung fu teacher?
And this was another joke I didn't get when we watched the movie when we were kids.
He was his acting teacher.
He was his I was like, I thought he was just like, no. I was like, no, I'm acting. Like I was acting like he's my teacher. No, he was his acting teacher. I got it. That's brilliant.
Fucking right. Oh, they got the posse.
The big brim bar. This is another just wonderful idea.
I forgot about this part. Oh my God. Look at those hats.
So you have to have big hats to get in here. I like that his big hat is just literally a big brim. I love...
Stupid.
Do you know how happy... Do you know how... I would definitely... I don't know what he said.
I think he's in Weird Al's If You're Fat video, I think.
Okay. I just would say I love how he has throwing stars. Everybody else has got guns and he's just... Throwing stars are the most wasteful weapons to me.
Oh
they have
my
to,
God, I know.
One of them has to be expensive.
I was watching
way more expensive than a box of bullets.
I was watching Desperado the other day and Danny Trejo, oh God. Danny Trejo was like throwing these knives. I'm like, Jesus, man. Like you're going to run out of knives. He got killed real quick too. I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah, the only way it's not a complete waste is if you get everybody in the first throw and then you can go get your knife.
Oh!
Yeah. Wally Cox. Not
he
Wally
looks
Cox.
exactly the same.
Yeah, he hasn't aged a day.
Not even close.
Something Cox. I can't remember his name.
Give me my nickel back.
Oh, I love it. He's been in more fights with regular-sized people than anybody.
Than regular-sized people have.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
I was going to say the only other person would be the guy who fought Kramer every friggin' episode.
Oh, yeah, buddy. Yeah. He's doing my buddy. So, I guess, the idea is at this big brimmed bar, you can hide a midget with a gun up under your hat.
I think maybe you can just hide anything up under your hat.
Is that the idea?
Any kind of illegal goings
It's like,
on.
I want to hide a midget with a gun under my giant hat.
Yeah, but
that's going to look weird, right? So everybody's got to wear giant hats.
You saw the one guy, Charles Barkley, could have been hiding under his hat.
Oh, fuck yeah, he probably was.
Cheesy beefy.
Beef and cheese.
Hat.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about this.
I can't hear the music, but right now I think this awesome music is happening right now.
There is. This
it's
is
like the sweetest tune.
This is a fantastic soundtrack.
Yeah,
too.
the song is killer. There's boobs going by somewhere. Oh, there we go. Just in a bra. I thought there was breasts.
Actress.
Oh, there you go.
Look at how she's
I know.
smiling.
See, I don't. See, I remember breasts in movies where they go, what they look like. This looks like the worst fucking hamburger joint I've ever seen. Are those crinkle cut fries? Get the fuck out of here.
That just reminds me of Marineland. The only thing worse than their abusive sea animals was the crinkle cut fries.
Oh God, I hate crinkle cut fries.
Are you deaf?
Oh, she's so pretty.
Who acts like that?
Who, the buddy? I guess people like in New York and shit.
Hey,
They actually do in the States. They act like that. And they don't
That's
tip. They don't
Philadelphia.
tip. Nobody tips in the States. Tip your server free, man. They don't get paid fuck all to put up with that kind of shit.
Especially there. Servers get paid a lot less than they get paid here.
fucking coffee,
Eh.
It's your fifth. I don't give a fuck.
I like that one of the signs just says eat.
Eat.
All right, good idea.
Modern eat.
Maybe, well, they're just saying this place is modern.
It's
Also,
modern
while you're
and
here,
eat here. Where was this filmed?
I have no idea.
Oh, you dropped the ball on that one.
I'm sorry, man.
Holy fuck.
So apparently Ron O'Neal from Superfly was offered a role in this, but he actually turned it down because he didn't want to typecast himself as only the one type of role.
Oh yeah, because
and
he
then,
was in so much. I'd take the paycheck, bro.
Yeah, well, me too. That's why I was thinking.
Jeez.
And then he realized that too because he was in Hammer Slammer and Slade.
Yeah, then he was in the sequel.
Yeah.
I never understood these actors that get upset when they're typecast. It's like you know what you're getting into when you get into the biz.
Yeah.
If you're going to play a character more than twice, you're going to be most likely typecast.
Yeah.
And they're
Or
making
just-
good money. It's like hearing James Bond complain that they just paid you $50 million to be James Bond in another movie.
One of two things is going to happen. You're going to be typecast or you're good enough to be beyond that.
Right.
And it's up to you.
Is it?
Well, it can be. I mean, if you, some people just flat out don't have the talent and we're lucky enough to fall into a role, in which case they should be jumping on those chances anytime they can get. But then there are people, like Robert Downey Jr. is not typecast as Iron Man, and he's been in 50 Iron Man movies.
Yeah, what else has he done?
He was nominated for
Iron Man.
He was nominated for an Oscar in The
Which
Judge.
movie?
The Judge.
Oh,
That movie was great, actually. I really liked it. He's got Dr. Dolittle coming. He did Sherlock Holmes.
I was just seeing if you were keeping up on it.
Oh, I forgot about Due Date, actually. But I mean,
he did some movies.
But at the very same time, even if he did nothing else,
who cares? He got the whole cast budget.
No, I'm not even talking about that though. You don't see him and go, "Oh, there's Iron Man." You're like, "Oh, there's Robert Downey Jr."
Well, no, I'll bet you if you were the generation under us, they will see him and be like, "That's Iron Man." Guaranteed.
I can see that. I see the little kids that see. That's what blows me away. Is like to see him, to know what he was like with his drugs and all that shit.
Right.
And then to see him, he actually delivered, he came to somebody's kid's hotel room, kid's hospital room as a Tony Stark delivered his prosthetic. And he's like, this is a Stark technology thing. And it was like one of those ones that you can move.
Cool.
And, stuff, and he gave it to him, bawled my eyes out while watching this thing because
worst.
he was like, Tony Stark is here.
I know. I always get I always get choked up watching shit like that. I'm always like, oh god. Even on wrestling and stuff, they put this package together for some kid or whatever, and I'm just like,
yeah. Those, and then anytime a bunch of adopted kids ask a parent to adopt them, it's like a Christmas present or something, and it's the adoption papers.
I go a lot just to feel that emotion to the adoption agency. They're like, hey, mister, you look really nice when you adopt me. I'm just like, oh, I do have a heart.
Can't do it. Sorry. I keep trying to see, it's the America's Most Ugly in the background.
I
was trying to see
to pick up women. When women see you coming out of the orphanage, sad, pick them up, no problem.
Not me. I'm always whistling. I got a tune going. It's another great scene. Like this one, it's got that without being the same kind of thing. It's got that quality of Caddyshack, where the scenes feel very separate from each other, even though at least this one, the scenes are all telling one cohesive story.
Right. I was gonna say I don't agree, but I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like this you could play this alone as a sketch,
right? And
just this is just a pullover gone wrong type thing, right?
Yeah, no Kung Fu Joe though, right? Even when he opens the car door, he's
this kick too. He puts it. The thing too is he's
an ass kicker.
He's also
that guy looks like Kurt Russell.
He's also an accomplished martial artist and a stuntman, and he's not doing any real fighting in this, which kind of is a bothersome.
No, he didn't sign up. They got to pay him more.
Yeah.
Oh, gonna kick some ass now.
Oh my god. I remember this is one of those movies I watched with my dad a lot, and I remember the scene, and I remember him watching these scenes, and so that's kind of a nice little pleasant thing for me. And I just like, and I could just see him laughing through the entire movie. Karate, kung fu, jujitsu. Those were the only 3 martial arts people knew the names of back then. The laugh. Boom, 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 boom,
They just
boom.
unload it. Like he laughs, like
They cut a
for
bunch.
no reason.
They cut in the TV edit. It was right after he said jujitsu. They just opened fire. He didn't get to say anything.
The laugh
else.
is the best part because it's like for no reason. He just laughs.
I like
Holy
that.
Jesus.
I like that the entire police force took out Kung Fu Joe, but these two random guys just take on the 2 super toughs.
That bullet from that gun looks like it would like flip the car over. It's a fucking it looks like Megatron's arm.
Yeah. Boom.
Oh, that looked like over the car They Live.
Yeah, a little bit. Actually, speaking of They Live, in 1988, this finished just ahead of They Live, like one spot ahead in the yearly box office.
No shit.
Yeah.
Weird.
So
Weird how I brought us to that weird point suddenly.
Yeah,
strangely.
The movie. Oh, this is another great thing. So this is kind of the reverse of Dirty Harry, where he's saying like, this got. He's like, you have 6 shots in that gun, and you've fired 20 times and never reloaded. So that's the old Dirty Harry. Dirty Harry's like, I know.
Yeah.
5 shots only.
Did I fire 6 or just 5?
Yeah. Do you feel lucky, punk? I love the greatest running back of all time, constantly complaining about running.
Just see? Oh yeah. I was gonna be like, what did I just see where they were old? It was Roseanne.
Yes.
Where they're old.
Yeah, everybody's old.
Kung Fu Joe got all fucked up.
Yeah.
I actually think he was in American Ninja 2 through 4. I don't think he was in the first one.
No, I'm pretty sure I think American Ninja was the only one I saw his name on. I didn't write American Ninja.
Maybe he was only in the first one.
Maybe, I don't know. But
he's still alive. So how in God's name did he make the sequel? He didn't die here?
Yeah.
I guess you really don't in a movie like this, it doesn't really matter if they come back from the dead.
It's a million times better if they didn't.
Yeah.
Like if he would have shown up at the end and he's like, hey guys, how you doing? I thought you were dead. I was.
Gotta find Cheryl. Oh yeah, they kidnapped her.
Yeah.
Did they kidnap the mama too? No, just Cheryl.
Yeah, you gotta get Cheryl.
I don't want the kind of leather jacket buddies are in. That's not the kind of leather jacket I want.
No.
I want some flap over. I want some hooks and spikes and.
You want like something that a girl would wear in the 80s.
Yes.
Like
maybe like a mixture between Bret the Hitman Hart and an 80s woman. Morphed into a leather jacket.
Nice.
Still alive, cats hanging off it. Don't fuck with me.
This is a guy who, speaking of typecasting from before, though, has really utilized his skill. See, why didn't he do this from the beginning? Make himself look all badass.
Oh, here we go. We got the commando, gearing up scene.
That's good.
Doing the laces up.
This has actually got one of the funnier gearing up scenes, too. Look at that gun,
Holy fuck, man.
That gun makes me horny. But that one makes me hornier. That one, not so much.
Hidden ones.
They're ready for everything.
They are.
I like he's showing the camera. He's like,
about a sandwich.
He's like,
oh yeah, fucking
really
Isaac Hayes goes for
it.
He's giving her.
This is amazing. I don't know if
he's just like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't know if he had limited time to shoot or what, but he just because they wrote him out of this, and I wonder if they just figured, what's the silliest way you could write somebody out?
Nah, it was probably in the script.
Yeah.
It seems like something that would be in the.
Yeah, and look.
That looks like that kid that got off the elevator.
Yeah,
with all them Nerf guns today.
Oh my God, there's nothing I want more.
Which one would you take? The big shooter, 2 shotguns.
I don't think that any. I would. Just lights himself.
So, and then how does he make the sequel? This is like when you said, "Oh, okay."
They do
in the movie. They explain it.
See, I think too.
What the fuck?
Is that a stunt?
It totally was. I don't think. I do not. That looks like Common. The fuck? What just happened there? There's probably a lot of squibs going off, so he was like, "Forget it. We'll just get a stunt guy, right?"
Better safe than sorry. Well, I was thinking. Well, I was gonna say, I was like, that's probably why he's wearing such thick clothing. Why they like did up the idea,
right?
So they probably had the squibs and then like a big thing of like armor underneath that or something for him. But then I looked at his face and I'm like, that is not him.
You think he can pull off those kick-ass gloves? Look at those gloves.
Oh,
but he's wearing there.
I love gloves.
I'm more of a mittens guy.
That would be amazing if somebody had tactical mittens.
Yeah,
so it's like cool. you can't fire a gun, but you can hold a knife.
Well, you can
really
a big one, a really big one. You can put all 4 fingers in the mitt into the trigger.
Or you have derringers inside your mittens, so nobody can even see.
Yeah, they stick right out. I don't want to fire. I want a hole there to stick through. I don't want to shoot through.
I feel like that should have been the real skill of the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
It's like, my hands are so warm. And
the Winter Soldier.
Right?
Are you cold? I'm freezing, not me. Oh, well, you're the Winter Soldier.
This is my deal.
The fuck?
I don't have... again, like
it always throws me off when they... Is this rated R?
Yeah.
Okay, because every now and then I hear an MF or I saw some boobs.
You get
pretty soon we'll be able to probably get boobs on TV. You can say shit twice, I think.
Well, and to be rated R, you get 2 fucks before you have to be rated before you're rated R.
So you get 2. The third fuck would put you into rated Rville
instantly.
So you get 2 fucks.
Yeah.
Maybe some side boob. Get side boob in?
Yeah, you can get some side boob, I think.
How much boobage?
Oh
man,
it's like the side boob of a high end C cup.
Okay.
If you move on to D, too much boob.
Too much. Or if it's like a big nipple in a C.
If it's like a flat chested girl, you can have her like asshole gaping. They're like, we don't even care. Nobody's watching this.
I don't think that's true.
No, I'm pretty sure. I think I read that.
There was an FCC judging thing. By how many times the government shows up and looks at my hard drive, I don't think that's true. Fuck yeah! I forgot. I forgot all that part. See, they're all you farted. So like they're all dead.
Well, I like because they had to get you down to like 1-on-1.
I think that song starts again here.
The hardcore military song comes on in a minute.
Hardcore military.
See, like he's got a pretty kicking bod for a comedian.
Like, some of them get pretty ripped, like Keenan and Ivory. Kevin Hart, who I don't think you can consider him a comedian, but he's pretty cut. Kevin
Hart has to though, because like I feel like he has that inadequacy feeling.
Right, so he's got to be.
So he's like,
that's like most. That's like 78% of his comedy is the like kids shoving him over and I ain't short, man. I fucking can't stand that guy. You like Kevin Hart?
No.
Oh, God, I can't stand him.
For me, it's all in the voice. I feel the same way about Chris Tucker.
I just don't find him funny.
Well, I find him, again, I actually find him funny, but not in his...
likable.
Yes. Like, but I mean, like, in the context of just, like, normal conversation. Like, when he's been with Conan and stuff like that, he's done stuff with Conan a couple of times. It's been funny. Right? Nothing written. Just... I'm going to be off the cuff funny. Apparently he was telling a story about how him and like Dave Chappelle and Eddie Murphy and all these like black comedians get together.
No way.
Quite often.
I'd love to see Eddie Murphy's. Like, I wonder if Eddie Murphy's still funny as shit.
They said Eddie Murphy just like, he's like, everybody shuts up with Eddie Murphy. Like, looks like he's going to open his mouth because he's the funniest human being on the planet still. And,
so they still, Bunyan. That's a Bunyan right there.
That is.
So he still is like the shit.
Yeah. See, that's my thing. I want him more than anything for him to come out with another special.
I know, like, what the fuck? Here comes Mama.
I think he's legitimately scared that it won't go well.
Right,
and it'll
exactly. That's probably what it is.
Tarnish his old legacy.
But I mean, I want the old Eddie, because he was coming out with these shit movies all the time, these stupid movies. And it's like, come on, where's Eddie Murphy at? Like... I still remember when he came up with the not the clumps, but the Nutty Professor, and Jay Leno kept saying, Eddie Murphy's back, and he would literally look and be like, I didn't go anywhere. But it was like everybody knows what he means. Like, you're back, in a funny big movie, like...
Yeah, nobody's talking about, like, transvestite hookers.
Oh, God, I want to just pick the nail of that big toe off.
Anything with my toes and toenail and stuff like that is so bothersome.
That looks like a good thing, right? That was a good effect. I like that.
I think I would have found it hilarious if people were firing at him and missing like this, and then you saw blood come out of the hole.
They shot
like
the
his
mom
just died.
Oh,
Boom. Thank God he...
I'm
I
sure
love
I
that
would
gun.
love to be a fly in that
There's no
room,
way
man,
you
with all
could
those
fire that
dudes
gun with
hanging.
one hand. Yeah, it would be something
Oh,
interesting.
Kevin Hart, lucky fuck.
But then they're also they also have that idea of, like, the check comes and everybody looks at, like, even Chappelle's looking at it going, Eddie, you'd better take this. like, excuse me. Yeah, we've all got money, but you're Eddie Murphy rich. Like,
Yeah. He was making $8 million a movie when it was like, the fucking space one, you know?
Yeah.
He was the most overpaid actor for like 15 years or something.
Yeah.
It would
He was
it
the
would be
Johnny Depp of
nothing.
his
Yeah,
day.
it would be like nothing, and he'd be like, I need 10 mil.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, okay.
So this was out of Rocky
Pluto
3.
Nash.
Oh, Jesus. One of the biggest bombs ever. But yeah, this was right out of Rocky 3. The,
He burns.
Yeah.
it's like right through him.
yeah.
That's not
except-
2?
No, I'm pretty sure it's 3.
Is it 3? God, he's almost as tough as Stallone.
Although you might be right, it might be 2. I'm just trying to think of the dates now. I don't know if it lines up if it's 3. But if it does, then it's 3.
It's definitely Rambo.
Yeah. It may be Rocky.
Oh, shit.
I think that may have happened in Rocky 2.
Oh, it happened in every stuff, especially it could be Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
Yes, Estelle Getty doing it. I love this too. This is actually a nice little callback for the movie. The
Yeah,
movie,
his buddy's like, I got a paper cut in my eye.
the movie does like recurring jokes, but not a lot of like this kind of just like regular callback. So I like that. I like that everything's gold. Like there's no drugs there. It's just tons of gold in crates. I don't think I've ever really noticed that before.
I don't think I have either, actually. Yeah, what are they doing at this factory? Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
This is boom. He just take no prisoners. He just murdered that dude.
Damn right he did.
This movie should end with them getting arrested because these guys are selling jewelry, and these other guys are like bombing their stores and murdering them.
Yeah, they're just, oh, shit.
Look at this. Like, there's a gun. He can have that in a
Oh,
minute.
now he's looking good.
No problem. That is a great suit.
That is a nice suit.
That looks like if Steve Harvey would make that like 10 sizes too big, then he'd wear
That's
it.
definitely Steve Harvey's suit, like, so bad, eh?
It just
I
has
swear
to
to
be
God, I
way
think I
too
saw him
big.
on The Feud wearing that yesterday.
It just has to be way too big for him.
I
Yeah,
dig that. I've never had a suit.
I've had suits. I have.
I'm
a
in the
suit.
process of really giving her at the gym, and if I'm gonna reach that goal, I'm gonna get one.
Well, if I get my
I
goal,
want the
I'm
double
getting-
breasted.
Yeah.
I like the vest.
Oh yeah. If I get my goal, there's 2 things I'm doing. I'm getting a custom suit,
Woo, girl!
and I'm getting any shirts that allow cufflinks because I love cufflinks. Ever since
I just like to do that cuffling.
I
move,
do,
eh?
but I also like because you can do your own little flair on it. Like you can have like a nice like serious thing, or you can have something silly on it if you want.
Like the Tick's face or something.
Yeah, I actually saw somebody did this thing, 3D printed ones, and it was like the Star Wars Rebel.
We should
Rebel
get made up. One's your face, one's my face.
We can figure that out.
Yeah,
We've done a lot of stuff lately.
fucking. We certainly have done a lot of stuff.
No, I'm
lately.
just talking with all the design for the Miscast TV logo.
Well, I was
and
not
stuff
gonna
like
say anything, but I was gonna say the 8-bit ones.
that. Yeah,
Both of our faces in 8-bit.
that would be great. I think 8-bit
And when he says
looks better.
we've done a lot, he means himself.
Hey,
I've done a lot in the city, cleaning up the streets and all that.
If
but,
your
you know.
face wasn't there, my face doesn't matter.
Ooh, I like that.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna put that on a t-shirt.
No,
Make me feel like a big-
no.
Oh, he's
we
making
know
out
how
with his
long.
brother's wife.
In fairness, we know how long it takes you to make a T-shirt, so we're not.
For way too much. Those fucking bastards.
Yeah,
Oh, here we go. Did they kill Mr. Big yet?
yeah. It's
Oh,
slave.
fuck.
This is the problem.
Holy shit, Mr. Big.
I love that $sign. Like that. That looks like it got put right on the $1 million belt by Ted DiBiase.
Yeah, that's I was totally thinking. Like, this is the one kind of you can find at like the dollar store kind of thing now, right? Like,
Yeah. I love this. So that makes me wonder, were they always threatening them, or were there always only 2 ways out? Going down the stairs or out the window before. This time there would just happen to be a third
that's
way.
right, exactly.
Or this was the second way.
It was shredded up, fucking shredded leather.
Yeah.
That sounds like a cool fucking metal name or something, or like a dyke bar, in Toronto, shredded leather. Yeah, bull dykes only. Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah, the bartenders are all lipstick lesbians.
Oh,
but
hell
that's it.
yeah. Every woman in there has to have like an upside down pineapple coming out of their armpits, or you are not allowed. Oh, fuck yeah. Shredded. It'll be next to like the Blue Oyster. What's the one in...
There's no question you can ask me that I'm going to have the answer to.
What?
It's just,
Where's the
here's
Police
in there,
Academy?
What's the
What
place
is it called? The Blue Oyster?
No idea. No
Police
idea.
Academy, the gay bar that they always walk into. They walk into in like 3
Oh,
movies.
sorry. I
What's it
still no
called?
idea.
I think it's called like the Blue Oyster.
Okay, that could be right. That could be right. I don't know. Yeah.
I can't believe you don't remember that.
I don't
And
remember
they
the
get
name.
forced it. It's
I remember the whole scene.
Yeah.
I just don't remember, and I remember the sign, but I just don't remember what it says. But like the Blue Oyster sounds like
I think that's
good.
it.
So this is KRS-One.
Shit, there's KRS-One.
He's a Canadian feller.
He is?
Yeah,
KRS-One's Canadian?
yeah.
Are you sure?
Let's look it up.
Mm-hmm.
KRS-One Canadian. Oh, maybe I'm making a fool of myself. We'll find out.
I think he's from like
No?
straight up.
Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, man. Like when they talk about him, they talk about like he was from the hood and shit.
He's got a lot of Canadian stuff, though. Like
He's got a lot of
connections.
Canadian connects.
Yeah. KRS-One and Teacha. Oh, he's an American rapper. Okay, never mind. I thought he was Canadian for some reason. I love the.
Sweet.
I love like that there's even reverb and stuff like that. Like, obvious. That guy isn't doing any spinning. He's just holding those records.
Jack, spades. Jack.
But like literally every single person is like, it's a very small cast, but it's such a like hard hitting group of people. Just each person is huge in this
They
movie.
do look like all of them could hit pretty hard.
Yeah, well, that too, right? Home Cell Coy.
John Witherspoon.
Wow. Yeah, well, I already said John Witherspoon.
I'm saying it again.
David Allen Greer,
okay?
Ariana Richards. Man,
Carl Craig.
I can name lots of names. Kim Wayans.
But what about
Terry
Bobby Mardis?
Well, what about B.B. Smith? You see, we can say things like that. So, of these movies, though, these spoofy movies, what are amongst your favorites? I don't know, like, if you've got a very specific favorite or whatever, what is yours?
I don't know. That's a good question. Well, Fear of Black Hat is killer.
Fear of a Black Hat is amazing.
This one, I don't know if I can think of any spoofers I really
let's
liked.
let's lay them out.
Oh, what's it called? Killer. Hot Shots Part Deux.
Yeah.
I think Hot Shots Part Deux is my favorite.
Yeah. I think probably Spaceballs is mine.
Ah, fuck yeah. That's a spoofer.
Yeah, I don't know. There's so many.
Like when you take a toilet paper roll
Yeah.
and then you put a dryer sheet over it and then you blow your weed smoke into there. It's called a spoofer. And then it comes out the other end, smells like gain. But none of it makes any sense because then the rest of it just is everywhere. You know what I mean? Like you got to,
I don't know.
You need a spoofer for the spoofer.
Is
Like
this
a
something that
silencer.
happens at the Blue Oyster?
You fucking right it does,
All right,
bro.
kids, I don't know.
Oh, yes. Gerblin.
Gerbil.
We use the same toilet paper
Yeah.
roll to stick them gerbils up in there.
Kim Wayans was also the assistant to Mr. Wayans.
Oh my god, you get your own sister as your assistant? Like,
Well-
give me a coffee. She's like, fuck you.
Well, especially because he
Why
has
did I
some...
hire you?
No, but here's my thought. He has so many siblings. Why is he double hiring his one?
Because, she wanted to be around. So he probably was like, you know what, you can be my assistant.
He's got an older brother. What happened to him? I feel like that's the one who went to jail or something like
Yeah,
that.
well, what
And then
about
he comes back and he's like, "Hey, why aren't you taking care of me?"
There's like 10 of them. So what did
Yeah.
the other ones do? Why didn't you have trivia about the other Wayanses?
Because I couldn't friggin' keep up, and now it's in multiple generations.
Holy fuck.
Because they were like, Keenan Ivory Wayans is the father of, and he's got like 5 or 6 kids, and they've all got IMDb credits. So I'm like,
Okay,
I'm not
no,
getting into that.
okay, we're
And
just
then
talking
Damon
about the
Wayans-
main
Okay.
brood.
And then Damon Wayans says Damon Wayans Jr., who's doing all sorts of stuff. So I'm like, shit, I can't keep up with this.
Oh yeah, what's Damon Wayans Jr. in? He was in something.
He was in New Girl. He was in.
That's it, New Girl. That's it.
And he's got the. He was in another one too. Was that Happy Endings or whatever? And then He was actually really funny. He had a one-off on Brooklyn Nine-Nine where he was Andy Samberg's old partner, and now like it's making Joe Latrulio seem like feel like a third wheel, and that was pretty good. But
are you getting paid money from Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Are they paying you?
None of them are paying me, but I'm hoping that one day I'll get to be one of those like waiters who like comes up and is like, "Here's your coffee, sir," and then like I back out and look at the camera the entire time.
What song would you pick for your theme song?
It has to be an existing song?
Yes.
Oh. I Can Never Be Your Woman.
Ooh, I like that.
I can never be your woman. What about
like
you?
A cross-dressing hero or something? Or are you like a...
No, I couldn't be your woman because I'm clearly a man.
I'm going to choose the entire Xanadu album.
Oh my God. So,
That's right.
And literally, it has to play...
The entirety.
It has to play out, so you're just sitting there, and it's just constant eye contact.
Like, yep.
Lots of...
really awkward.
Lots of Kill Bill eye things.
Yeah.
Oh, here's an after the credits thing
shit.
that I forgot existed. So here answers this question for you. I don't think I've ever seen this.
I don't think I have either.
Oh my God. Kung Fu Joe alive and well. I don't even...
Everybody's already gone.
That's awesome. You'd think that there would still be like CSI. You got a
Yeah,
Band-Aid.
Band-Aid.
That's
Kung Fu.
awesome.
I do not ever see now Marvel, like I was saying before, Marvel, you got to stay to the end. Like people at least keeps eyeballs on screen so you can accidentally see like the 812th guy that worked on Hulk's right bicep.
Yeah.
But these you didn't know to stay to the end.
Well, and Guardians of the Galaxy did one even better. They throw in random I Am Groots into the credits, and then they change into a name. So I feel like there was some kind of weird lottery that they had or something like that. Because this is I Am Groot, and it automatically draws your eyes, and then all of a sudden it says like Deborah Salinger, and you're like, oh,
cheeky. See, that's cheeky.
I was like, you got me. But the
cheeked out.
Yeah, but it's one of those things. But I can tell you just the level of hatred that carries daggers at me when I make her stay through all the credits and there's not a post-credit scene.
Oh, shit.
We're sitting there and she's like, I want to go home so bad because she doesn't stay up past 10 p.m. And
wait, just wait.
I'm like, no, there's definitely going to be something. Or they'll do the mid-credit scene instead of the thing, so it's already happened. But I'm like, no, there could be still something. There could
Black Panther had like 3 of them.
Yeah, I like when they do that.
I do too.
So it's just Spider-Man was good. It had 2, but like the one was just more Chris Evans.
Hey, what's it called? It's coming out soon.
What's what called?
What day is today?
I don't know.
Don't say it because then they'll know. Don't say it. It's today. Today's the day that you're listening to this.
May. It's middle of May.
It's mid-May.
Yeah, it's warm out. You're definitely not wearing a coat to go home.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes it gets chilly at night, right?
No,
not tonight,
not
baby.
Tonight. It's so hot out.
You got miscast commentary on. You close those blinds or open them depending on how kinky you are. Just get naked and feel the heat.
Cut a hole in your crotch and vent out your nethers.
Fucking right on, bro. I think that's when we encourage you to vent your genitals.
Yeah.
During the show.
Just always. I mean, the thing is,
in general,
like testicles are outside of the human body so they can stay cool.
Are?
And then we covered them with pants.
Oh God.
Right?
My mother's been lying to me. Might have been stuck up in there forever.
Oh, I can get those out. I've got all sorts of, my GoPro came with all sorts of little Jimmy things.
Ooh, I call my penis Bruce Lee.
Nice. Why?
Because they're up inside me, and he's a fighter.
Oh, okay.
Because Bruce Lee would stuff his own testicles up inside of himself during a fight.
Well, that's like
my whole life is a fight, okay? So they're staying up there.
Nice.
My whole fucking every motherfucking day is a job.
They're fine up there.
Fucking A, they are. They're dead. They're warm and they're dead.
They look like
They come out. It comes out all frothy, foamy. It comes out like bubble tea. Individual balls of goop.
They look like the dead dwarfs in Balin's tomb in The Lord of the Rings. They open them up and they're all just covered in cobwebs.
It's like a mummy farting.
And if you go up in there, like if you use like a scope to go up in there, you can actually hear John Rhys Davies going, no, the whole time. It's quite epic.
Yeah, and
if you stay long enough, you hear drums.
Doom, 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 doom.
All kinds of shit
The
can go
drums
wrong.
of oh my god!
Just
and,
don't
and
let
it
Mary
does.
and Pippin up in there because they'll make a mess.
Oh, those scamps!
How'd I do that? How'd I make this a Lord of the Rings thing?
I don't know. I liked it though.
We did it! Yay!
Everything should be Lord of the Rings. We just watch Lord of the Rings every time. Fuck it.
Well, I'm not going to say anymore.
Oh my god, we are.
Tune in next week. We are going to do another beautiful Coming Attractions episode.
Yes, we will.
We're going to tell you what we're going to do the following week because that's how we hook you.
Yep.
Or so I was led to believe before I read the
I've been
analytics
sending
for
them
these
drugs.
podcasts. Oh, nice. That's probably why people are spacing on
They
it.
only arrive when our show is going to start.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's
And
like
the postman, who suspiciously looks like Kevin Costner,
oh, this is the end of Todd. Let's catch it on camera.
Drilling.
Whoa.
Whee!
All right.
Yep.
Okay, so like I was saying before Todd died, tune in next week. I will be here still.
Oh no.
We'll be here. We'll talk about the next week's episode. I'm sure we'll talk about some other shit. You know how it is. It's summertime almost. Provided Todd's not at sea at that point, and
God, I hope not. I got too many concerts to go to this year, man.
Yeah.
Way too many concerts, not to mention Primus and Mastodon in Buffalo.
Master Primus.
Masto.
Are they
It's
joining
Primadon.
Primadon? Oh, that makes more
Idiot.
sense. I know that does make way.
Jesus.
When I said mine, I was like, yeah, that's not
Masto
the right
Primus?
Master Primadonna. Primadonna.
The prima donnas.
All right. But anyways, so take all of that information and do what you will with it. All the usuals. Follow us on Twitter at Miscast Podcast. Like us on Facebook, unless you've dropped them from the whole Mark Zuckerberg.
I'm thinking
data
about it,
thing.
bro. Is there a way to cancel your Facebook but keep Messenger?
No.
Or are you still within the devil's playground?
You're still in the devil's playground.
Because, man, I'm like, this. I never liked it. I never liked Facebook. I always hated it. And I still do.
Well, there
and
we
now
go.
I hate it even more because now I know I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, of course they're using all this information to fuck us in the ass.
Yeah.
Mark Zucker, fuck.
Ooh, that's a nice one. How do we mix that with Primus? So other things. So
good
yeah.
call.
So let's just say Twitter's our main one at this point. At Miscast Podcast. I'm at JK Finley. Todd's at Miscast Todd. Follow us on our new.
I'm not there, but there's, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
no,
hey, I'm like
it's
this
there.
haunted house that's on the same street.
Yeah. Yeah, just look. You know
Yeah.
if you get too close to it,
Yeah.
you're gonna hear an old man yelling at you. but also
Are you from the future? What is that? You're wearing the glasses. What the fuck?
but also follow us on our new one, Miscast TV. We are up and running. Anybody who's not aware of that,
Miscast TV. That's what I'm fucking crossover. Branch out.
we are expanding.
We are totally expanding.
Exponentially.
One new skit per
First
year.
we were tiny.
Get fucking ready for
Now
that.
we are medium.
Medium. Dude,
Yeah.
we're just like slightly less tiny.
Well, I feel like if we Voltroned our penises, it would be kind of an adequate penis.
It would be subpar still,
Yeah.
but better than before.
It would make a lonely woman come.
Damn right it would. Well, she'd fake it, but they all do.
Yeah.
I'm positive of that.
The clitoris isn't real.
They make that shit up. The G spot.
Yeah.
That's what we search around in there, and then they can take our money.
The vagina
I'm in
is
there,
flat,
I'm in there
people.
digging around, trying to find this G. She's
Oh,
taking all my G's.
there it is. The hashtag the pussy is flat. We're starting a new movement.
We're flat, yeah.
We're flat.
Flat groiners.
I was just trying to find a better
flat flappers.
Flat flappers. Yeah.
Flat flap.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. I
And
like
then-
this.
And once we do, we'll have a march even bigger than the march for the one that just
Way
happened.
more people will show up for our march than any of the other marches in history.
It'll be 5.2 billion people will show
Yeah,
up.
the whole world.
No, it's only a few people stayed home, and it's only because they forgot what day it
Yeah,
was.
that's it. Pieces of shit.
And it's because the internet was broken because of
Our march.
right? So it's all good. What other things can I make you guys? try and
Vaginas,
listen-
people around the world, I knew it.
I know.
Flip the table, holy fuck, I've been saying it for years.
Right. The so yeah. Anyways, with the Miscast TV, find us on YouTube as well. Just search Miscast TV. You find our channel there. all kinds of good stuff. So until then, tune in next week. Who loves you, baby?
Not me. It's Joe.
Okay. Goodbye.
I do too. I'm lying. I'm trying to be the cool, tough guy.
Congratulations, you succeeded.
Don't fucking lie to me.
This has been Miscast Commentary with your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray. Executive producer, Joe Finley. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. Visit www.miscastcommentary.com for all news related to the podcast. Miscast Commentary is a Miscast Media production.